Good evening and welcome to A. Dillon Field at the Happel Sports Complex on the campus of Appleton West High School. BJ DeGroat alongside Zach Morris tonight. And Zach, we have spring football. It's odd to say, but we're excited to be here tonight.
Some people are wondering, is this even correct? Are we already in fall? It feels like fall for tonight, but it is a strange feeling. But hey, for the teams that could not play, it's an ultimate chance to have that competition that they've been waiting for all through winter.
Been 18 months since both of these teams were able to get onto a football field. It's been a long time. And look, it's the hand that was dealt. The Super Conference, the Fox Valley Classic Conference was formulated. Bunch of great coaches, 4 different somewhat divisions or groupings, so to speak. And we'll get a look at one of the groupings and the matchups here tonight, Oshkosh West and Appleton West.
Yeah, it's a great game. These are their opponents that see each other every year, so you have a familiar opponent. Later on in the year, it won't be that way, but to enjoy this, you're playing against players you have before, and we're talking about new eras as West is going through, still settling with their new coach from a few years ago, and with that being Appleton and Oshkosh starting with a brand new era.
Yes, Mitch Johnson in his third year really didn't get a second year. It was shut down. So essentially in his third year this year, overall years-wise, and Dwayne Harkoff in as the interim head coach with the Oshkosh West Wildcats, replacing longtime coach Ken Levine, and we've had plenty of opportunities the last number of years to catch up with Coach Levine. I can tell by Coach Harkoff, who is familiar with the program, this Wildcat program's in very good hands.
Correct, and it's a great way that great transition, and that shows so much for the previous regime given to the new one. It makes it so much better. It makes the players and the organization know that we're going to be good for the few years yet to come.
As for Appleton West, they've got some experience coming back. You look at Ben Volofsky, the running back, he sure should get a share of the loads tonight. It's 11 personnel. It's a spread offense for Appleton West. And who knows, maybe being in the spring, the weather may be a little bit more friendly as the spring goes on. That may benefit kind of a spread open offense.
Yeah, it's at reverse where you're starting cold and you get warm compared to how it is in fall. So it's going to be a great, interesting way to find the new offense. And with the spread offense, hey, there's no snow, so you can enjoy this right now.
Be careful, no snow at least for now. As for Oshkosh West, well, it's been a secret. I asked earlier this week. I'm going to ask here in the pregame show again. We're going to find out this new offense for Oshkosh West. We'll find out and see what it looks like tonight.
And that's the joy of the players, and you'll hear from their head coaches showing that, hey, no one knows what we're going to do. And that's the excitement that a lot of these players will be able to perform, and we'll learn as it goes through the game.
We do know one thing. David Cole will be under center for Oshkosh West. Let's catch up with the head coaches. That's coming up next. We'll chat with Mitch Johnson with Appleton West and then Dwayne Harkoff with Oshkosh West. That's all coming up. It's spring football here on the Fox Communities Credit Union video stream.
A century is made up of minutes, but more importantly, of moments. Moments of hard work, dedication, challenges, and triumphs. From Myron Construction, the past 100 years were built by the steady hands of tradespeople who laid a strong foundation, and continues to thrive because of our passionate team members. As we close this significant chapter of our history, our sights are set on what we will accomplish together in the years to come, because together we'll continue building excellence.
When you bank with us, you get convenience that goes wherever you go. Open a new qualifying checking account and get a $200 bonus while you relax at home. Your son needs money away at college? Grab your phone and send it while you're on your way to get coffee. Your utility bill is due while you're traveling? Use Bill Pay and take care of it from the hotel, at home or at work, on the beach, or in the park. Convenience and cash. Why not start today?
East Wisconsin Savings Bank.
Welcome back to our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream high school game of the week. Appleton West, Oshkosh West kicking off the spring alternate season. Appleton West head coach Mitch Johnson joining us. Coach, gosh, it got to feel good to get out here tonight.
Oh, we had a scrimmage last weekend. This feels real. It's a beautiful thing. We've waited 18 months for this, and these guys have put in tremendous work. They're happy to be out here, but I think us coaches are even happier to be out here and watch these guys do what they love.
You mentioned the 18 months, over a year and a half here. Take us through how you guys have stayed connected as a program over the last 18 months.
So we created a program for those guys, and so they've been lifting, they've been checking in with each other. They had groups that they were supposed to be checking in, sending pictures of what they're eating, what they're hydrating, their workouts, and then every Friday, or sometimes it was Wednesday or every Friday, we had team Zoom meetings. We talked about character lessons, we did leadership, and then we got time in October finally to get back, and we've been working out since. And then we just finished 15 contact days, and then took a week off of our max outs, and now we've been out on the field, So we've been lucky to be on turf field, and we've been out here, and so that's the timetable.
Going back to the fall, when decisions were being made, some in your control, obviously a lot out of your control. How hard was it to sit back and see some other schools from around the area play in the fall season?
It was difficult, but I respect what our district said, and I really like how nice and organized that these pods are, and I think that you'll see that this is going to be a little bit more organized. Hopefully, less games having to be canceled, and it takes me back to when West De Pere and Hortonville had to pick up a game on a Thursday. I'm hoping that because of everything's kind of calmed down a little bit, we're hoping that these pods will allow us to not have to go and search for opponents on Thursday. So I respect the decision, and here we are. So I think it worked out for the best.
Over the last year and a half, what have you learned not being on the field most about your team?
The resiliency. Just they've been through a lot, and they never quit. They stay together, and I'm really hoping that the time together, we'll see the brotherhood, and we'll see their hard work pay off this season. Coach, appreciate the time. It's fun to be out here tonight, and go get them, all right? Hey, thank you, and you guys stay warm, and let's have fun this spring. You got it. Head coach Mitch Johnson with Appleton West. More of the pregame show coming up after this.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
Communities mean everything to Fox. It's in our name. It means giving back and moving forward through life's changes. It means evolving to give you the best personalized financial services. Fox has been here since 1937. Times have changed, but our focus hasn't. It's about our members, today and always. Fox Communities Credit Union. Make life happen.
100 years in business, thousands of construction projects, countless memories, and priceless relationships for which we are eternally grateful. But we're just getting started. The team at Myron Construction thrives on bringing dreams to life, and we're looking forward to the next century of building excellence for our clients, partners, and the community. Because building excellence isn't just what we do, it's who we are.
Welcome back into the Fox Communities Credit Union video stream, getting set for a game of the week this week. Oshkosh West taking on Appleton West and visiting with Wildcats head coach Dwayne Harkoff. Coach, taking over this year, longtime coach Ken Levine stepping aside. What's it been like? You're no stranger to the program, no stranger to the city of Oshkosh.
I mean, it's been a transition, a little bit of a whirlwind. We were geared up to go, for the fall season there, but I think in the long run, it's going to work out a little better for us. Kids were, able to acclimate a little bit better, come in shape, get in their winter sports and that, but we've been ready. We've been chomping at the bit. These kids they're dialed in. The transition was smooth. Staff's bought in. Kids are bought in. That's all we can ask for right now.
What was the message over the last year and a half? I guess take us through the beginning. What was the beginning message when you knew that the fall season wasn't going to be in play?
I mean, we had set our standards. We met right away, probably second week after I was hired. We set our new standards. Trust, grit, and energy are the three things we're going to get after daily. And the kids, they were heartbroken. They wanted that season, but in the long run, we talk a lot about opportunity all the time, and we know we're going to get an opportunity to compete tonight. And it was just a missed opportunity for now, but we get that opportunity back. So the message is simple. We're going to come out here and compete just as if it was August. It's just March, so no different.
The weather feels crisp tonight, so it feels normal, obviously, in the spring. What do you think of the conference and the way that all formulated itself?
I think it's a neat way that they did it. I mean, 20 teams, a lot of teams that we don't normally get to see. Like next week, we have to play a De Pere, then a Manitowoc. So it's nice to see some new faces, but in the long run, we get to compete in 7 games. It gives you that final 2-game feel where you're paired against teams that you should probably be playing anyway. So it's unique, it's different, but I mean, again, it's the opportunity to compete, and some new faces never hurts anybody.
You mentioned trust, grit, and energy. I would imagine energy given tonight is going to be easy to utilize. Take us through the other two, trust and grit.
Trust, we talk about just executing, making sure we're knowing we're lining up. I mean, we installed a new offense, defense similar to last year, but just trusting we know our responsibilities and our jobs in offense and make sure we're going to execute it. And then the grit, it's adversity. We're in a pandemic still. If you get quarantined, things like that, injuries, you got to overcome it. It's gritty. It's going to be a gritty night. It's Valley football. I mean, there's no easy wins ever, so let's come out here and compete. So the energy, like you said, I mean, we've been preaching spark plugs of the week, making sure we got guys flying around, And the energy's great, and I'm hoping tonight we just get to unveil that a little bit.
You mentioned that new offense. I asked earlier in the week, can you give us a little something here in the pregame, or do we have to wait to see it out here on the field?
I'll make you guys wait a little bit.
I like it, Coach.
Kids are excited. We're going to unveil that baby, and I mean, I'm sure you guys will know what it is once you line up in it, but we're hoping we catch a few off guard.
Guys warming up here, some new unis, some new duds. This is pretty nice.
Yeah, we got some new away whites. We got some new home blacks. So kids are excited. We fundraised their butts off. That was the perk to getting shut down in the fall. We were able to buy both sets of unis. We got new logos on the helmets. I mean, we're rebranding, man. It's a new culture, it's a new era, and it's new West football right now.
Well, we're fired up, ready to play, Coach. Appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
Go get 'em.
Thank you guys for having me.
Dwayne Harkoff, head coach of the Oshkosh West Wildcats. We'll have more of the pregame show coming up after this.
When you bank with us, you get convenience that goes wherever you go. Open a new qualifying checking account and get a $200 bonus while you relax at home. Your son needs money away at college? Grab your phone and send it while you're on your way to get coffee. Your utility bill is due while you're traveling? Use Bill Pay and take care of it from the hotel, at home or at work, on the beach or in the park. Convenience and cash. Why not start today?
East Wisconsin Savings Bank.
The projects we construct afford us the opportunity to help those in need in more ways than one. And the momentum we create as a team allows us to make an impact greater than any one of us can achieve on our own. We are part of the community. We are where we live. We are Myron Construction.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
I just thoroughly enjoy the members. They become friends. They make me laugh. Sometimes they make me cry. There are times where people need help, and when they leave here with a smile on their face, it makes me proud to be an employee of Fox Communities Credit Union because I hear so many people talk about the good things that we do.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
Good evening and welcome back into the broadcast booth. BJ DeGroat, Zach Morris with you from A. Dillon Field here at the Happel Sports Complex at Appleton West as we have Fox Valley Conference action for you this evening. Fox Valley Classic Conference, the new conference formed for this spring alternate season. Great to hear from both head coaches, as then you can tell a lot of excitement here tonight for both programs, both schools, both communities. It's been 18 months, been a year and a half since they've been able to step foot on a football field.
Well, you think you go back to last fall, you go back to the fall, BJ, and even when these teams did transfer, we're going to play in spring, you still weren't guaranteed that the games will actually happen in spring. So when you're in that situation, you're just hoping this happens. All you can do is get prepared for the season. I'm sure these players worked very hard in the offseason. I mean, you're looking at these teams coming off of their best off seasons ever. I mean, all this time preparation and getting themselves even better for the season. You're going to watch a lot of great games, and last night there was one with Menasha Blue Jays and Green Bay Notre Dame, and I expect another great game here tonight.
Yeah, we did get things kicked off and rolling last night. Joey D was freezing his you-know-what off at Nathan Calder Stadium, as it was cold last night. Windy, conditions crisp here tonight. It feels a little bit, Zach, like a fall game, just that crispness in the air. But we know the season will, of course, get different. Should get warmer down the stretch. And I wonder if for a team like Appleton West, who likes to spread it out offensively, and Oshkosh West traditionally has run the spread here the last number of years, if that benefits those spread teams here, being able to warm it up as the season goes on.
And that will be the number one key, especially if you do run the spread and how that works. And you have to be happy. It's not going to get much worse weather-wise, hopefully. You never know. A blizzard could ever happen. You never know. But this is the worst it's going to get to start out the season. You're going to feel pretty good. And if you have a good performance tonight for both teams on offense, they're going to feel very good moving forward.
So we're just about set to get it cranked up as Appleton West in the home blues. set to kick it away. Oshkosh West in some new unis. We'll get some close-ups on that throughout the night.
Appleton West will be kicking.
High end over end. It'll take a bounce into the end zone and no return for the Wildcats.
Ball is kicked into the end zone.
That was a bomb by Danny Zappit for Appleton West. So just underway, no score, and we'll have our opening possession here in the first quarter. Wildcats come out. Here's this new offense that was under lock and key, top secret for Dwayne Harkoff. We talked about that throughout the pregame. Little broken wing formation. Hand up off the middle and taken down just shy of the 20.
I mean, it is a completely different look at that first play, BJ. The fact that this has been a team where they love the shotgun, they love the pass. So, hey, first play, now the nerves are through, and we'll see how these players react on the second one.
David Cole under center, turns and gives to the running back. Hit in the backfield, knocked down for a loss. I believe that was Riley Taylor on the carry. Taylor really the most experience coming back for both of these teams. Played in 8 games back in 2019, rushed for nearly 500 yards. So a loss of 2 brings up 3rd and 12. Ball on the 18. Wing back, Cole ducks under center. Sliding motion. Long count here, Cole. Play action. Lofts it up. That one's fair gamed and tapped and knocked down incomplete. Lofted it up. Intended receiver was Petrick. Good pressure on the outside off that right side for Appleton West.
It's not the worst attempt. I mean, it was in a situation where it could get picked off, but still got near the receiver. And when you start out running the ball the first 2 plays, you start to wonder how the passing game actually looks. It's not the worst that we've seen in other teams that are run heavy.
That's the toughest part to do if you're a right-handed quarterback, is roll to your left and try to throw as well. Ooh, beautiful punt here by Stack. Fair catch at the 50-yard line is hauled in. That's Brennan Sunke. So great field position for Appleton West here to start on their opening possession. So we're going to look at the spread attack for Coach Johnson. And the Terrors give up the middle. That's Volofsky. Gain of 2 on the play, brings up 2nd and 8.
Brought down by Aiden Balzer. 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8.
Early on in this one from 8 Dillon Field. 2nd and 8. Volesky in the backfield. Snap comes. Vander Putten gives off the right side to the 45 where he's stacked up. Riley Staub on the snap. Staub heading to Carroll College. Well, 3 up front, Staub, Shettle, and Balzer. All showing college interest, with Staub at Carroll College, or heading to Carroll College. In motion, Caden Bell. First throw of the night for Van Putkoff, going the other way. Oshkosh West is going to take it to the house, 45 yards on the pick 6.
Pass is intercepted by the Wildcats.
Roman Martell on the interception, the pick six for Oshkosh West. How about that for the Wildcats to get things started here in the first quarter and their first defensive play.
It's a great way to get your defense set for the season, and does a great job of finding a way to just jump that pass and take it all the way. I mean, it took the Terrors a while for the second it was intercepted to realize what just happened.
Roman Martell, 55-yard interception return for a touchdown, and we'll have offsides on the extra point. That'll move that half the distance to the goal for Appleton, or for Oshkosh West. Boy, after a first offensive possession for the Wildcats, they had you going, boy, a little flat coming out. That's one way to crank things up for Oshkosh West on the board early. 6-zip the score. As Stack set to attempt the extra point. Little low snap, handled well, and Stack bangs it through the uprights. And Oshkosh West on top, 7-zip here early on. Defensive touchdown put on the board. So the Wildcats ahead here on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream. Back after this.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
Communities mean everything to Fox. It's in our name. It means giving back and moving forward through life's changes. It means evolving to give you the best personalized financial services. Fox has been here since 1937. Times have changed, but our focus hasn't. It's about our members, today and always. Fox Communities Credit Union. Make life happen.
Wouldn't be possible, as always, without our fantastic sponsors. Fox Communities Credit Union, our angel investor, been with us from the get-go. Myron Construction and East Wisconsin Savings Bank aboard here for the spring football season. Roman Martell, 55-yard interception return for a touchdown here in the first quarter. West's going to get a crack at bringing this one back. 25 breaks the tackle. Now pushes the gas outside to the 40. Terry Poe, how about that for the Terrors? Into Wildcat territory. Trying to answer right back. And Zach, you wonder here with that defense, it wasn't on the field long, but they're right back out there. Maybe if you're Appleton West, take a shot once again and maybe try to grab that confidence back for Vanderputten, the quarterback.
Well, you talk about how a defensive play probably helped the motivation for the offense for the Wildcats. Look at the Terrors. Make up that mistake right now. You're already inside the 50.
Pistol formation, just offset to the right. It's turn, give up the middle. That's Ira Johnson on the carry. Johnson across the 45. So it's as much experience on the one side from Riley Taylor. Ira Johnson for Appleton West is going to return just as much in the backfield. The senior, 168 yards back in the 2019 season. High snap, good job by Vanderputten to snag it up to the 40. Nice gain on second down. Gain of about 5 will make it third and about a yard.
You mentioned trying to wear down the Wildcats defense. Look right now, the Terrors doing these muddle huddles, trying to at least put the pressure on the Terrors. Hey, we could be ready to go any moment.
So coming up on the 8-minute mark left here in the first quarter. In that pistol formation, receivers either way. Another high snap. Vanderputten leaps up to grab it, and that'll be enough for a first down inside on the run.
Ira Johnson is the ball carrier for the Terrors.
I don't list height or weight on the roster for Appleton West. But Vanderputten of the taller variety from a quarterback perspective. It's helped on those last 2 snaps.
That too, and being able to run these options where you can definitely tell where the linebacker's heading and you can make the right decision if you should keep the ball or not.
2 running backs in the backfield. Vanderputten will throw. This one tapped up in the air and intercepted again. Off the fingertips of the intended receiver and dived and covered up by Max Petrick.
Intercepted by the Wildcats, number 3, Max Petrick.
So back-to-back drives that end in interceptions
Ball is now
for Andrew Vanderputten
in the
and
hands of
Appleton
Oshkosh
West.
First down.
It's just a tough break for the Terrors where your offense is starting to click, you're able to run the ball, and the second you have your one pass in each drive, that's where the problems occur. But a great job by West, a great job on the tip drill, being able to locate it after it's tipped.
I didn't know if the receiver, intended receiver, might have been better off just letting that one go. So the Wildcat offense back out, 3 and out on their opening possession. Here's a pitch to the near side. Taylor will cut it back in at the hash marks, and he's stacked up. Good job defensively by Appleton West.
Wildcats.
Brandon Dodge in on the tackle for Appleton West.
Gain of about a yard. Loss, excuse me, of a yard. Second down and 11.
Little slide motion. Oh, reversing field. Cole will give. Taylor, big hole up the middle, cutting to the 40 and to the 45 before he's taken down. Gain of 17 on the play.
He's brought down by Terry Poe.
Terry Poe on the tackle for Appleton West. The best play offensively for Oshkosh West.
Well, the offensive line finally were able to figure out their blockers, and nice patience too, and being able to find the lane and the explosion again with one of their most experienced players from last year. You got to keep going with them.
They'll break the bone and turn and give up the middle. There's Martell to the 50 into Appleton West territory, plunging forward. Gain of 5, make it 6, and brings up 2nd and 4.
And Martell's strength alone, just falling forward, gained him another yard or 2.
By the Terrors, number 54, Devin Farrell. 49-yard line, second down.
Taylor, big hole right up the middle. Inside the 25 to the 20. Taylor, another burst, 17 before.
Riley Taylor, the ball carrier. He gets down toward the
This one good for
down by Jackson
close to 30.
First down and
29-yard burst for Taylor. And Oshkosh West knocking on the door.
Just shows you again the patience of Taylor, just waiting for the hole in the running lane to develop. And so far, 2 for 2.
Taylor will get it again off the right side. Good job knifing in.
Taylor, the ball
Patrick
carrier
Crawford
again.
on the tackle.
He's stopped by Patrick Crawford. Gain of about 3 yards. Second down and 7.
This 20-team Fox Valley Classic Conference that was formed here for the spring. 4 different groupings, we'll call them divisions for the sake of this. Little counterplay. Cole now nowhere to go and mix up there. I don't believe that was supposed to be a quarterback keeper. And Appleton West sniffing that one out.
Cole is
all over it.
behind the line of scrimmage by the Terrors.
Nathan Shanahan in on the tackle.
And just a huge play there for the Terrors. They needed a play just to go their way and to get them out of a scoring position. Great job by the Terrors, and this play alone will probably dictate to show you how this game may start playing out.
Cole. Now on the right side, a little hesitation to the 10 and into the end zone for the touchdown.
Josiah Williams. The ball
Josiah
carrier for the
Williams.
Wildcats. He takes the
from 22 yards out.
Touchdown.
And Oshkosh West.
Marker is on the play.
Oh, hold up, folks. Penalty marker just outside the 10-yard line. So they're going to, looks like they're going to bring this one back. Was it a block in the back? We've seen a, yep, there it is, block in the back. We'll bring the ball back out to the 21-yard line. So before, hold the tape, take the points off the board, and a nice run by Williams is going to be wiped away with a block in the back. I didn't get a good look at that initial contact there right around the 11-yard line.
Well, it was a great job by Williams to just turn around, but the problem is when those plays that go the other direction, you usually have a lineman or a receiver trying to do that extra block that they just should not do.
Left side, Taylor cutting back. Big holes now after an opening drive that ended in a 3-and-out. Oshkosh West has had some big holes up front carved out by this offensive line. Take a look at that right there. Big fellas up front, Wright, Balzer, Fields, Staub, and Shettle up front. Broken wing. And timeout's going to come as the play clock is running down. First timeout here, the first half for Coach Harkoff and Oshkosh West. We'll take it as well. Wildcats on top 7-0 here on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream. And here at thescore.wi.com.
When you bank with us, you get convenience that goes wherever you go. Open a new qualifying checking account and get a $200 bonus while you relax at home. Your son needs money away at college? Grab your phone and send it while you're on your way to get coffee. Your utility bill is due while you're traveling? Use Bill Pay and take care of it from the hotel, at home or at work, on the beach or in the park. Convenience and cash. Why not start today?
East Wisconsin Savings Bank.
Welcome back to A. Dillon Field as Oshkosh West in business. There's Williams there on the right side, and this time he'll get in. I don't see any flags on the field either, and it's a touchdown from 14 yards out. So Josiah Williams cashes it in from 14 yards out, and we can put 6 on the board for the Wildcats as they come out, get things squared away in that timeout. Zach can cash right in.
You wonder if the coach saw something or someone on their offensive coaching staff, hey, there's a little weakness here on this right side. Let's see if we can find a way to exploit it.
Lines are down. Stack in there to attempt the extra point, and a jump off sides as it's blocked. But getting a jump, I believe, was that Shanahan?
Offsides again called against Appleton West.
Second time in this quarter.
Trying to get that extra jump on special teams.
You're not really sacrificing a lot unless it comes down to a situation where you need a 2-point conversion.
Another good snap. Stack will bang it through, and that one's good. So 14-0 Oshkosh West with 3:05 to go here in the first quarter. Take another break right here on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream.
100 years in business, thousands of construction projects, countless memories, and priceless relationships for which we are eternally grateful. But we're just getting started. The team at Myron Construction thrives on bringing dreams to life, and we're looking forward to the next century of building excellence for our clients, partners, and the community. Because building excellence isn't just what we do, it's who we are.
When you bank with us, you get convenience that goes wherever you go. Open a new qualifying checking account and get a $200 bonus while you relax at home. Your son needs money away at college? Grab your phone and send it while you're on your way to get coffee. Your utility bill is due while you're traveling? Use Bill Pay and take care of it from the hotel, at home or at work, on the beach or in the park. Convenience and cash. Why not start today?
East Wisconsin Savings Bank.
14-0 Oshkosh West on top of Appleton West. The short kick rolled up and taken by Poe. Terry Poe, stiff arm near side and dancing, and then taken down just inside the 30-yard line. Thought Poe was going to burst it out to the right side. Tried to skip free a little bit.
Well, did a great job to avoid a defender, but the problem was while he was still trying to find the next lane, the defender was able to get up in time and make the tackle.
27-yard line, first down and 10 for the Terrors.
See if Appleton West can get something rolling here. A couple of turnovers on their two offensive possessions. Vanderputten, turn, give, and read right away. Double team takedown. Zach Bancroft, along with Kieran Patrick, taking down Ira Johnson.
Kieran Patrick and also Zach Bancroft.
Well, both of those players were just at the right place at the right time. That's a tough thing for the quarterback to be able to make the handoff to your running back and say, good luck.
Especially when you're staring at it right there with that read option type of play. This time to give right side. Burst, ball's loose. And we'll see who falls on it. Looks like Appleton West has maintained possession. They do, so to bring up third down. Boy, not away. You want to start tonight if you're Appleton West. Nearly a third turnover on 3 straight possessions, Zach.
This is tough. I mean, it's your first game in quite a while, so you're going to have some nerves with these players, and when you have 2 turnovers on your first 2 drives, you're starting to get a little bit jumpy. Okay, so we got to break something here. We need to get this game back in our favor. You just have to remember to hold on to the ball.
Roll out here to the near side. Vanderputten, low throw, and it's incomplete. Intended for Spencer Steffen. And punting unit on out for Coach Johnson and the Terrors.
And it's not the worst thing for the Terrors, BJ, because you're looking at a possibility of a turnover inside your own 30-yard line. You'll just be happy to be able to punt this one away.
Jared Marvin. Check that. Spencer Steffen. Marvin handles the kicking. So Steffen out to kick this one away. Under 2 minutes to go. Taylor and Williams set to return for Oshkosh West. See what kind of legs Steffen has here. Oh, free runner, nearly got it. End over end. And it does. Gets a big Appleton West hop inside the 35. This one should roll dead right about the 30-yard line. Good punt. End over end gets a big Appleton West bounce, and the Terrors flip the field just a little bit.
And that's a good punt to go off because your offense is struggling and you're down 14-0, but a great chance for your defense to help at least get the ball back, and then you're looking at a situation where you could get pretty good field position.
Right. Hey, you never know where it's going to come from. Well, $1:32 left here. Williams nearly lost it in the backfield. Now working his way around the outside. Josiah Williams, a burst of 12 to the 42.
Brought down by Jacob Dorn. Carries the ball over the 40 to the 42.
So you wonder, Zach, Appleton West comes up with that 3-and-out on the opening drive for Oshkosh West. And before we have a little conversation about that, timeout taken by Coach Mitch Johnson and the Terrors will step aside as well. 14-0 Oshkosh West on top of Appleton West on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
I just thoroughly enjoy the members. They become friends. They make me laugh. Sometimes they make me cry. There are times where people need help, and when they leave here with a smile on their face, it makes me proud to be an employee of Fox Communities Credit Union because I hear so many people talk about the good things that we do.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
1:20 left in the first. There you see it, 14-0. Oshkosh West here on the road at A. Dillon Field here at Appleton West. And false start for Oshkosh West.
5-yard penalty marked off.
That's always a rough play being a lineman, and when you do that coming out of a timeout where you're, okay, what was it? Oh, I messed up.
Yeah, usually you hear it 3 or 4 times in the huddle. On two.
Usually hearing it too much is the problem.
On two. Double wing formation. Turn, give, up the middle. The fullback. Martell across the 45, carrying defenders. And gets back the penalty yardage and then some. Gain of close to 9 for Oshkosh West.
4 yards out to the 46-yard line. Bring up a 2nd and 6.
Under a minute here left in the first. Gain of 9 after that penalty, and we have 2nd and 6 with the clock running. David Cole trotting in with the play call. Langlitz to the near side at the wideout position. Wide open, Riley Taylor. See you later. Taylor's got a reservation for 6 from 54 yards. Touchdown, Wildcats.
He goes 55 yards for a...
You were mentioning the offense, BJ, for the Wildcats, and the fact that we have now seen 2 great runners now out of this offense after the first drive where it just struggled to get going. When you have these weapons and they cannot stop you in the running game, you're going to control the game pretty easily every week.
54-yard touchdown run
Kick is up and good. Just seconds remain in the
by
first
Riley
quarter.
Taylor. 26 seconds
West
left.
21, Appleton West 0.
21-0 our new score here from A. Dillon Field. Take another break. Back with the finish of the first quarter after this here on the Fox Communities Credit Union video stream.
When you bank with us, you get convenience that goes wherever you go. Open a new qualifying checking account and get a $200 bonus while you relax at home. Your son needs money away at college? Grab your phone and send it while you're on your way to get coffee. Your utility bill is due while you're traveling? Use Bill Pay and take care of it from the hotel, at home or at work, on the beach or in the park. Convenience and cash. Why not start today?
East Wisconsin Savings Bank.
26 seconds left in the first quarter. Oshkosh West on top, Appleton West 21-0 here from A. Dillon Field. Happel Sports Complex. Beautiful facility. Normally, Appleton West plays games at the Bonteball, which we've done a number of times in the past, but with everything this year, right? A rolling kick taken up the middle. Nice job to scoop it up and just lower the shoulders and get across the 40 on the return.
I will say this facility, BJ, I do like seeing the houses just across the field.
Right.
You normally see stands on the other end. This is a nice, shows you that this is a nice community where you're right next to everything. If you live in the house, you just got to open the window and watch some football.
Shoot, tailgate. You got some people standing on the outside of the fence along the street. I will say some bleachers on the other side there on the track would look nice. Sure, those are all in the plans as this facility. The last couple of years all coming together. Throw incomplete behind the intended receiver from Vanderputten.
Pass is incomplete over the middle.
I believe that was intended for Stefan on the play.
Stefan looked open on the route, so it's just the little things when you talk about the first game of the year you're trying to work through.
That was Mason Rake on the intended receiver. So 16 and a half seconds with the clock stopped. Second and 10 here for West. Trying to get something going. Option here to the near side. And Vanderputten will just tuck it under. Gain of,
Vanderputten, the ball carrier, brought down by
say, 3. Brings up 3rd and 7, and that'll be the final play here in the first quarter. Oshkosh West out to a 21-0 lead very early with 1 in the books. We'll take a break. More coming up here on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream at thescorewi.com.
100 years in business, thousands of construction projects, countless memories, and priceless relationships for which we are eternally grateful. But we're just getting started. The team at Myron Construction thrives on bringing dreams to life, and we're looking forward to the next century of building excellence for our clients, partners, and the community. Because building excellence isn't just what we do, it's who we are.
When you bank with us, you get convenience that goes wherever you go. Open a new qualifying checking account and get a $200 bonus while you relax at home. Your son needs money away at college? Grab your phone and send it while you're on your way to get coffee. Your utility bill is due while you're traveling? Use Bill Pay and take care of it from the hotel, at home or at work, on the beach or in the park. Convenience and cash. Why not start today?
East Wisconsin Savings Bank.
All right, back here at Mason Rake on the carrier off the left side there. Well, brings up manageable fourth down. We'll see if Coach Johnson wants to roll the dice here. Down 21 zip.
If it was 14-0, he probably punts it here.
Yeah, I mean, not out of hand yet. But you convert on fourth down, who knows? You get back on the board here, cut it to a two-score game. Up the middle, plenty of room. Enough for a first down. Right up the gut. A little inside handoff for Appleton West. That was Ira Johnson on the carry.
The ball carrier gets a first down for Appleton West.
And that might be the play that needs to get this offense rolling.
Might have had Johnson and Valesky mixed up, the sophomore there to the right. Vander Putin. Valesky spinning in the backfield, can't get away. And again, that's the second time, Zach, where Matthew Vander Putin maybe made the wrong read there. Should have pulled that one.
Johnson was the ball carrier, met almost immediately.
Oh, it was Johnson.
It's hard with these options, especially your first game, because when you're running an offense, you're not trying to tackle the quarterback. So you're not really worried until the actual situation where you see two edge rushers coming right at you.
You haven't had a lot of live action, live hitting either. You know, limited contact days. And able to get in a scrimmage. Well, second and long. A little delay handoff up the middle. Valesky back inside Oshkosh West territory. Gets back the lost yardage. Gain of about 4 makes up 3rd and 9 for Appleton West. Let us know where you're watching tonight. Tweet at the Score WI. That's at the Score WI on Twitter. Leave a comment there on the YouTube channel comment section as well. We'd love to hear from you. Or at BJ_DeGroat. Rolling out, Vander Putin throwing across his body. Dangerous pass. Trying to get it to Steffen. Got plenty of pepper on it, but tried to thread the needle.
About 3 defenders in the area. I thought he could just get a little more velocity. He could just try to squeak it right by. Luckily, after it was tipped, it was not intercepted.
Was that Brennan Sunke? That was Sunke who threw that one. Brennan Sunke in at quarterback. Let's keep an eye on that as Vander Putin not out there. Steffen, a low snap, able to handle it. Beautiful punt, high arching punt. Fair catch, caught inside the 15-yard line by Riley Taylor. So I might have had Vander Putin mixed up there. That looked like it was Sunke on that last pass attempt, rolling to the near side. We'll keep a look on what the quarterback position may look like rolling forward. Listed on the depth chart is Ryder Hoffman freshman quarterback from Coach Johnson.
Be interesting if it was a certain gadget play that they thought, hey, we're in this situation. We know this player can make that throw.
Oshkosh West back to work. A couple of scoring drives. Taylor to the right side.
Riley Taylor, the ball carrier for the Wildcats.
He's had a nice night tonight.
Down after a gain of about 4 yards, bringing up a second down and 6.
Well, this one started out, and Zach, I'll go back to the 3 and out for Appleton West. A lot of momentum, get the ball back, and then an interception return for a touchdown though on your opening drive, and all that momentum with your defense coming out and pitching out a 3 and out, and now since then it's been all Oshkosh West. Able to maybe make something happen out of a drive that materializes in something, but instead Oshkosh West rebounds from that 3 and out right away and picks off Vanderputten for pick 6.
You start to wonder, the Wildcats is trying to make it muddle offense. It's nothing too special, because normally I've been on teams where they make that big giant play on the first 2 plays, but usually if you do that, it also leads to mistakes. And this was just, hey, we'll be calm and run our offense.
Up the middle, Martell. Across the 25, gain of about a yard, maybe 2. So new offense in
That's Roman Martell who got the call.
Play for Oshkosh West. They spread it out last year, the year before that, and now more of a option look, wing look.
A complete opposite if you've been following the Wildcats for years.
And run up the middle. And we saw that at Appleton West as well. Coach Kromanacher taking over. Not drastic changes for Appleton West, but and you'll see that. It's just the changes as you see programs for a couple of years, and that's why you typically don't see a ton of turnaround from a coaching perspective, because it takes so long to get that offense up through the ranks, through your youth programs, through the lower levels before you get it up to the varsity level. Look at Josiah Williams down the right sideline. Flag on the play back by the 30-yard line, so hold the phone. As Josiah Williams, another long run. Boy, they got a little bit of everything. Taylor has done a lot of damage. Williams has got that burst of speed, and then Martell up the middle. A little 3-headed monster. I guess I can see why coach and interim coach Dwayne Harkoff decided to go with this option look.
It hurts Williams because of the fact that he does have a touchdown.
But 2 long runs negated by penalties.
You lost a touchdown. You lost a 20, 30-yard burst.
3rd and 14.
So 3rd and long. Let's see if full T backfield for the Wildcats. A give on a counter is sniffed out up front by Appleton West. Good job there defensively. Up front. Speaking of that defense, take a look at that Appleton West defense before
4th and 14.
This punt attempt. Tepler's inside, Farrell. And the 4 linebackers, Shanahan, Dodge, Meyer, and Ewald.
The only biggest change for an offense philosophy from Oshkosh West would be if Wrightstown would be known as a pistol formation passing team.
For sure. Dorn and Poe as the punt out of bounds. Stack with a big leg on the far sideline at the 40-yard line.
1st and 10.
A 40-yard punt for Stack. And we'll see if Appleton West can get here on the board before the half. 6:02 left. If you're wondering a little bit about the conferences this year and kind of the alignment, those 3 groupings, Well, I don't know why I just go and say divisions, but 3 groupings, Group A, B, and C. Fumble in the backfield, and it'll be a wrestling match for it. It looks as if Appleton West has plopped back on it. We'll see if Vanderputten is back in there for Appleton West.
Recovered by Appleton West. Loss of a couple. Second down.
On 27 and rolling. Near side, throwing. Got a completion, spinning here to the near side. There you go. Vanderputten on the hookup to Sunke.
Well, BJ, the way to get your offense in the passing game going is complete that first pass.
Yep.
And once you get that, you start to feel confident. And it was a great play with a lot of yards.
Now, you didn't draw it up where it would come with 5 minutes left in the second quarter after a couple of interceptions, but nonetheless, some confidence here, especially if you can punch one in here, get a drive going for the Terrors. Vanderputten, he'll keep it himself, a little fake pop pass picked off. Petrick read it perfectly. He's got it inside into the 45-yard line. That'll be interception number 3 here in the first half for Andrew Vanderputten. Boy, I thought they had him on that little, the first guy you remember seeing that, pretty easy. Jog your memory, Florida Gators.
Well,
left-handed quarterback.
Well, Mr. Tebow knows how to run that.
Yes.
And it was a great job, but the problem was it was a great read, I believe, by the linebacker to be able to pull back at the last second, realize what was happening, and just jumped in the air and was able to grab the interception.
Yeah, Petrick in that safety role in that 3-5 defense for the Wildcats. Here's Riley Taylor off the right side, just lunging forward inside the 40-yard line. Petrick's tall, though. What's he listed at? 6'6".
Well, and that's the reason.
So there you go.
And that's why he was able to see he started to back out and just need to take a couple steps back and be able to just leap in the air for the ball. But still a great opportunity here for the Terrors defense to hold in the no points on this drive.
Under 4 to go. Inside, Roman Martell, the fullback. Close to first down yardage. He'll be shy of the 35, so about a yard short. That'll bring up 3rd and 1 for Oshkosh West. So, Coach Harkoff in the interim for longtime coach Ken Levine, who still hanging around, still sticking around. Saw him in the booth prior to this one. Little different than being down on the sideline. Here's Taylor hitting the gas and turning the corner. 4-6. 36-yard touchdown. Taylor's second tonight. And the Wildcats pouring it on here in the first half. 27-0.
Taylor just knows when to start putting the pedal to the metal. A little patient runner, waiting for someone to develop, and once he sees it, he is gone. And it's a great job to be able to conserve his carries with multiple attacks in the running game.
Well over 100 yards, and now he's got 2 touchdowns. Stack on to attempt the extra point, end over end to the uprights, and good. 28 zip after the score from Taylor. All Oshkosh West here on the opening night of the spring alternate season in the Fox Valley Classic Conference. We'll step aside here on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
Communities mean everything to Fox. It's in our name. It means giving back and moving forward through life's changes. It means evolving to give you the best personalized financial services. Fox has been here since 1937. Times have changed, but our focus hasn't. It's about our members, today and always. Fox Communities Credit Union. Make life happen.
So 3:10 left in the first. Oshkosh West impressive. After a 3-and-out on their opening possession, they've rattled off 28 points here before the half. And boatload of momentum here on opening night in this spring alternate football season. A roller taken at the 25, cutting back to the near side as Caden Bell is taken down. Nice tackle by Kieran Patrick. So the group here tonight, Group C in that Fox Valley Classic Conference, includes De Pere, Green Bay Southwest, and Manitowoc as well. So we're going to look at our upcoming schedule, broadcast schedule. We'll be here 3 times this season. A Dillon Field, high snap, Vanderputten again, option, near side. Good clean pitch, not much room there, but a gain of 4 to the 40-yard line.
And a great decision knowing when to let go. Had the defenders come after him before you were able to give it to the running back before a situation where the running back gets blasted. And we've seen that a couple of times. So we're seeing little developments as this game is moving forward.
Picking up 4 yards, option to the near side, too. Not a whole lot of room to work with between the hash and the sideline. Vanderputten takes the snap. Valevsky breaks the tackle in the backfield. Can he get the corner? Stiff arm before he's taken down well out of bounds.
Valevsky, the ball carrier, far sideline.
No flags on that far side.
Number 1, Jace Gresser.
2:20 to go. Gain of 4 on the run by Valevsky. Off that left side brings up 3rd and 3.
And it was a great play to trust in Valevsky. Okay, you have defenders closing in, but with his quickness, he believed in him to be able to get around and pick up some yards.
Vanderputten to throw. Pressure coming off the edge, over the middle, intercepted. Petrick again, he's got it. That's number 4 in the first half.
Interception made by the Wildcats, number 3, Max Petrick. They will take over in territory.
So Petrick with a couple of takeaways and a rough first half for Matthew Vanderputten.
Not the ideal for the opening night, and it's just one of those nights that we've seen multiple quarterbacks go through where just nothing seems to be working. Right when you have some success, the failure returns. The question is, will he have another chance to show that, hey, there's still changes, we can get this offense going?
Yeah, the throws had plenty of steam on him. Just wondering if unable to pick up that safety defender. And keep in mind, face mask on that far sideline run by Taylor.
Riley Taylor.
Keep in mind, one was tapped off the hands of his own receiver as well. But a couple of decisions that are probably going to be talked about when film session comes. And look, you learn, you grow.
And the first interception that led everything was just a great read by the defensive back.
And keep in mind, you got a kid who's just a sophomore here starting varsity quarterback, so get better from quarter to quarter, from half to half, and certainly from week to week. No, 15-yard face mask penalty will give Oshkosh West a chance here to get another one on the board before the half. No, they'll pass on it as Josiah Williams, big hit on the sideline. That gets one of those ooh from the fans here in attendance.
Well, Williams does a great job, and I've noticed it a couple times where if you just try to hand tackle him, he will stop you, and he will go right through that. You have to make sure you get a body on him if you want to be able to bring down Williams.
So clock stopped, under 2 minutes to go. Each team with 2 timeouts here. The Wildcats looking for more. Give, Taylor, bounce it outside. And taken down as he turned the corner, and a late penalty flag comes by the line judge here on the near side. It was after the whistle. So Wait for the official signal. Crew tonight, your referee is Bob Fletcher, Ryan Bowers, Bob Delzer, Mike Kneppel, and Tony Redickle make up this crew. And being marked off on personal foul on Appleton West. That'll be half the distance to the goal. Put the ball on the 13-yard line. Fresh set of downs, minute 40, clock rolling on the ready for play. Pitch, Taylor, some fancy footwork, ball's loose. Who's got it? West saying they do. And still haven't seen a signal yet. They do. Yes, sir. Appleton West gets a turnover after a first half where they've given it away plenty themselves. They find a way to force a turnover before the half, get a stop.
And that's where you can build momentum, just feel that, hey, we can actually stop this offense. There's a way we can actually climb our way back into this game.
So with $1:28 left, we'll see what the Terrors have in mind offensively here. Vanderputten, he'll throw. Throwing here to the near side and incomplete, out of bounds. Petrick with a nice job just sending Rake out of bounds as he left his feet. You know, that was one rule, remember that in the NFL? Where if you pushed a guy out of bounds in the air, they would actually say if he leapt out of bounds from being inbounds, it was actually a catch.
You mean what led Green Bay in the postseason one year?
Yeah. I'm really glad they reevaluated that rule and made a change to that. So incomplete, brings up a second down. Option, look, Vanderputten over the shoulder, taking himself across the 15-yard line. Vanderputten to the 16, and a timeout taken by Oshkosh West. So the Wildcats trying to stop the clock, and they will with $1:12 left. And third down coming up. We'll take a break here on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream.
100 years in business, thousands of construction projects, countless memories, and priceless relationships for which we are eternally grateful. But we're just getting started. The team at Myron Construction thrives on bringing dreams to life, and we're looking forward to the next century of building excellence for our clients, partners, and the community. Because building excellence isn't just what we do, it's who we are.
1:12 left in the first half. Oshkosh West 28-0 here on the road against Appleton West, coming out of a Wildcat timeout. 3rd and 4 from the 16. Up the middle, no, to the outside. Thought they'd given it to the up back. And Vanderputten will be dropped in the backfield. Another timeout taken. With 1:05 left, we'll take another timeout. As Oshkosh West will get it back here, no timeouts. Coming up on a 4th down. We'll take a break. Get back with more after this.
When you bank with us, you get convenience that goes wherever you go. Open a new qualifying checking account and get a $200 bonus while you relax at home. Your son needs money away at college? Grab your phone and send it while you're on your way to get coffee. Your utility bill is due while you're traveling? Use Bill Pay and take care of it from the hotel, at home or at work, on the beach or in the park. Convenience and cash. Why not start today?
East Wisconsin Savings Bank.
Back here at A. Dillon Field, clock stopped with 1:05 left. $28-0 Oshkosh West on the board as Stefan will come out to punt it away. Williams and Taylor deep to return for the Wildcats. Let's see if Stefan can catch this one clean. Last one came back to him near his feet. Another low one, bounces in and blocked. Got a piece of it, did West, and it'll be covered up at the 10-yard line. So the Wildcats in business here
by Roman Martell.
Late in the first half, Martell able to knife in and get a piece of it.
And recovered by number 77, Camden Sheldon.
The second you mentioned, well, the last one was down by his feet, and of course you got to see it instantly. There was a problem because right then you had two rushers coming in free, and lucky for the Terrors, it didn't result into a touchdown yet.
And timeout going to be taken by Appleton West, trying to get things squared away on the quick change.
Appleton West.
So the Terrors going to line things up. And we'll step aside one more time here at the end of the first half. 28-0. West on top of Appleton West.
100 years in business, thousands of construction projects, countless memories, and priceless relationships for which we are eternally grateful. But we're just getting started. The team at Myron Construction thrives on bringing dreams to life, and we're looking forward to the next century of building excellence for our clients, partners, and the community. Because building excellence isn't just what we do, it's who we are.
First and goal from the 10 off the right side. Taylor stacked up inside.
Riley Taylor, the ball carrier.
Gain of a yard as the clock continues to roll. Under a minute here as Oshkosh West quickly to the line. Here's a pitch. Taylor cutting it back, diving in the backfield, making the stop. It is Appleton West. Good job defensively
Riley Taylor,
there by the
Terrors.
At the pace of a running, BJ, I thought they would get all four downs easily before the end of the half.
Patrick Crawford coming in to make the tackle. 17 seconds. This may be the final play here the first half. Cole under center, long count. And with 6 seconds, they'll spike it, and they'll probably set up a field goal here for Michael Stack. Indeed, that's what they'll do. Stack last year, 1 for 1. He was 19 to 22 on extra points. Well, they'll trot the...
comes in to attempt a 27-yard field goal.
From what I saw during warm-ups, he was 2 for 3 from 30 yards out.
He's got a leg. This one's from 22. And to the upright, plenty of leg for the junior, and that one's good. So Oshkosh West tacks on a field goal at the end of the first half. And after 24 minutes of action, it is all Wildcats in this one. 31-0 here at the half. We'll take a break. Come back, we'll take a look at both teams' schedules and line up our upcoming broadcast schedule as well. But Zach, first half belongs to the Oshkosh West Wildcats.
Yes, and any Oshkosh West fans are really loving this new offense. The fact that they have 3 powerful backs that can do everything differently. You have your quick dash attack in Williams, and you also have Taylor, who's just a patient runner and waits for the lanes to open up.
A little bit of mix of what they have overall, and you're forgetting Roman Martell at the fullback position. Well, this option attack unveiled for the first time here in 2021 by interim head coach Dwayne Harkoff. I tried to squeeze it out of him this week and in our pregame, and he said, no, it's maybe the best kept secret in the Valley this year is this offense. So after a 3-and-out, they come back and they put 31 points on the board here in the first half, and they are in control of this one. As for Appleton West, look, you got to wipe away those first 24 minutes, and we'll see if they can get the sophomore quarterback, Matthew Vanderputten, kind of in a bit of a rhythm, maybe calm things down a little bit, and see if they can get his eyes and get him reading a little bit better.
And that's what's more important right now for the Terrors. I mean, you want to come back and win, and they very well can, but you have to make sure you keep the confidence of your sophomore quarterback, as the last thing you're going to do is see him be benched, because that just ruins so much of his confidence. So look for quicker passes and maybe a way to have easier pitches just to give him confidence. I mean, that's the big thing. Once there's that flow, then maybe you try attack a deep pass once or twice on a drive and see what happens.
Yeah, plenty of time left if you're Appleton West. We'll leave it here for the Appleton West dance team. We're at the half, 31-0. We'll take a break after the halftime performance, and then we will bring it back, take a look at schedules and more coming up. Once again, we're at the half. 31-0, Oshkosh West on top of Appleton West. Here's the Appleton West dance team.
Let's hear it again for the Appleton West dance team. Thank you, ladies.
The projects we construct afford us the opportunity to help those in need in more ways than one. And the momentum we create as a team allows us to make an impact greater than any one of us can achieve on our own. We are part of the community. We are where we live. We are Myron Construction.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
I just thoroughly enjoy the members. They become friends. They make me laugh. Sometimes they make me cry. There are times where people need help, and when they leave here with a smile on their face, it makes me proud to be an employee of Fox Communities Credit Union because I hear so many people talk about the good things that we do.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
When you bank with us, you get convenience that goes wherever you go. Open a new qualifying checking account and get a $200 bonus while you relax at home. Your son needs money away at college? Grab your phone and send it while you're on your way to get coffee. Your utility bill is due while you're traveling? Use Bill Pay and take care of it from the hotel, at home or at work, on the beach or in the park. Convenience and cash. Why not start today?
East Wisconsin Savings Bank.
The WIAA, in conjunction with the Green Bay Packers, is determined to preserve the excitement of Friday nights on high school football fields across the state of Wisconsin. Contrary to how some reports misrepresent the data available, the risk of serious injury in high school football is less than it has ever been. With better teaching, better rules, and better equipment, the Green Bay Packers and the WIAA encourage participation in the nation's most popular sport because it's fun, it's educational, and it's safer than ever.
A century is made up of minutes, but more importantly, of moments. Moments of hard work, dedication, challenges, and triumphs. From Myron Construction, the past 100 years were built by the steady hands of tradespeople who laid a strong foundation, and continues to thrive because of our passionate team members. As we close this significant chapter of our history, our sights are set on what we will accomplish together in the years to come, because together we'll continue building excellence.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
Communities mean everything to Fox. It's in our name. It means giving back and moving forward through life's changes. It means evolving to give you the best personalized financial services. Fox has been here since 1937. Times have changed, but our focus hasn't. It's about our members, today and always. Fox Communities Credit Union. Make life happen.
When you bank with us, you get convenience that goes wherever you go. Open a new qualifying checking account and get a $200 bonus while you relax at home. Your son needs money away at college? Grab your phone and send it while you're on your way to get coffee. Your utility bill is due while you're traveling? Use Bill Pay and take care of it from the hotel, at home or at work, on the beach or in the park. Convenience and cash. Why not start today?
East Wisconsin Savings Bank.
right, we welcome you back into the broadcast booth here at the half. BJ DeGroat and Zach Morris with you tonight. 31-0 Oshkosh West on top of Appleton West here at 8 Dillon Field, the Happel Sports Complex on the campus of Appleton West. Big thanks to Athletic Director Jim McLowry for dialing us up, hooking us up here in the booth. Reached out as the schedule was unfolding and said absolutely. In fact, we'll have all 3 of the Terrors home games this year. Speaking of our broadcast schedule, let's take a peek. Coming up next week, our next video stream game is actually week 3, so we're off next week on the video side, but we will have action on April 9th. It's a doubleheader. Manitowoc and Oshkosh West. That's a 5 o'clock kick, followed by Sheboygan South and Oshkosh North at J.J. Keller Field. So a little bit of a double dip.
And you're talking 2 matchups that you probably wouldn't see unless it would match up in the playoffs.
Right, Manitowoc and Sheboygan South, sure, in that combined conference. And then on the radio side, tonight on 95.3 and 99.1, Nina and Stevens Point. Jonathan Krause on the call. That game actually being played at St. Mary Catholic High School due to the field conditions at Nina, which they have still the natural grass field, so not surprised there. So check that out on the radio side of things.
And I believe a newer facility, too, at St. Mary Catholic.
Yeah, beautiful facility. On April 1st, over on WHBY, on radio side of things, we'll have Pulaski and Kimberly. That's next Thursday. Remember, Good Friday. No Friday games next week. And Appleton North and Ashwaubenon make the trek up to Ashwaubenon for Appleton North and the Jaguars on Thursday. Again, April 1st. So a little double dip on the radio side next week. We'll take next week off on the video stream side of things, as those are the groupings and the matchups tonight. Appleton East, Appleton North. Try to get you a score here before this one is done on that one. Curious to see what Nina and Stevens Point are up to.
And if you're confused about these groupings, don't feel bad, because remember, all the conferences changed last year, where we're supposed to be in a new conferences and new alignments. So if you keep hearing new things, it's just the change of the times. We're just going to get through this together.
Yeah, you're going to see quite a bit of that on the football side. And you tend to see it on the football side, some moving around. And we saw that with, the formation of the Northeastern Conference a few years ago, and some shifting around in the Bay Conference. We'll see what happens from a football perspective. No, Oshkosh North, Oshkosh West put a submission into the WIA to move conferences and get out of the Valley Football Association that has absorbed schools from out west. So we'll see how it all transforms this year. Obviously, you're going to doesn't matter what conference you're in. You could be in the Merrillwood Conference if you wanted to be. You're going to play football games this year. So.
And if there's teams missing that you're wondering, wait, are they even playing? Well, they just played in the fall. So if you, teams like Harkona, they already played. So this is where it's a little different.
Sure. Yeah. Oshkosh West will be, or excuse me, Appleton West taking on Manitowoc Lincoln on April 1st. And then on the road at Green Bay Southwest. A couple of dates that have to be filled in yet for the Terrors. But we'll have DePere and Nina in there as well for Appleton West. Get a look at that Oshkosh West schedule as well. Terrors will grab possession here to start the second half here in the third quarter. As Stack to kick this one away. Terry Poe.
Michael Stack is ready to kick off in the second half. Back for the Terrors. Number 17, Terry Poe, and 25, Ben Valesky.
Valesky deep. Stack the run up. A low liner. Takes a bounce. Poe will take it at the 15. Full head of steam to the 30. To the 40 and barreling over a boatload of players. Good starting position for Appleton West.
Close to the 42, and that is where the Terrors will take over. 1st and 10.
And we've seen a few good returns by the Terrors being able to get these kickoff returns is just unable to get anything going on offense.
Yeah, I think you got to find a way to get the ball into Terry Poe's hands, to be honest. He's been one of the lone bright spots on special teams here tonight. Get the ball in that playmaker's hands. Vanderputten to give. Here near side. Ira Johnson cutting it back, spinning inside the 50-yard line. A little bit of energy coming out of here of the first halftime for Appleton West. Like to see that. Coach Mitch Johnson on that sideline. Couple of receivers to that far side. Vanderputten, pistol formation. Sophomore will throw over the middle and incomplete.
Vanderputten's pass is incomplete.
Split a couple of intended receivers. I wonder if they got mixed up on the route. They almost looked like they were on a collision course for each other.
Hence why they held off, didn't want to make that collision. But when you watch these plays, it's always hard to judge the quarterback because you never know where was the receiver supposed to be, or a situation like that where you have crossing routes right on that collision.
Snap comes. Oh, big hole. Ira Johnson to the outside. Inside the 30 to the 25-yard line. Well, like you said, Zach, before the half, calm him down, calm Matthew Vanderputten, the sophomore, down, get some runs going. It's exactly what we've seen here to start coming out of the half. And it feels like Ira's been committed. He gets the ball and boom, hits the gas. Under 11 to go, early on here in the second half. Appleton West trying to get on the board. Terrors on the move, up the middle. That Johnson again, just wiggling free up near the 20-yard line.
Well, once you're inside the 30, just try to find a way to get positive yards. Get that third down to a 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 4. A lot more manageable for the sophomore quarterback.
Gain of about 4. He's up 2nd and 6 from the 24-yard line. 10-22 and rolling. 4 wide, 3 here to the near side. Vanderputten takes a snap, up the middle. Johnson, a little sidestep in the backfield. Beautiful move, and he's up near another first down and maybe a half a yard shy inside the 20-yard line. As Johnson and the Terrors here inside the red zone.
And I like how the Terrors are taking time, is trying to build some confidence with their quarterback, because there's no reason to try to go to the huddle and save all this time, because when you have 0 on the board, you have to do whatever you can to put points up.
Balanced formation here for Appleton West. Vanderputten keeping himself off the right side, tripped up in the backfield. Beautiful diving play. Stopped on the play by Joey Truss. Oh, beautiful play in the backfield by Truss. No, 4th and a couple here for Appleton West. They'll keep the offense on the field, trailing 31-0. Vanderputten, pistol formation. Johnson off the right side. First down yardage. Does he have it? Yes, he does.
Ball is given to Ira Johnson.
Well, the leader in this offensive drive has been Johnson, so where do you go on 4th down? You have to give it to him.
17-yard line is what he needed. He got to the 17. I think you got to ride the hot hand. It's been good here on this drive. Valesky now to the left of Vanderputten. The up back is Ira Johnson. Turn, give, right side, stutter step. Valesky tiptoeing up near the 15-yard line.
Short gain,
No, you don't want to get in a situation where every play now is going to go right to Johnson. You need to find a way to try to squeak a pass through. Without putting it in danger of another interception.
Here's a pitch to the far side. Ooh, nifty cutback. Valesky here to the near side. Inside the 10, up near the 5-yard line. It's always dangerous when you cut back against the grain like that, but Valesky didn't have anything, at least he didn't think he had anything on that far side. Good enough for a first down, 1st and goal from the 6 here for Appleton West Wildcats. Trying to get on the board here for the first time in 2021.
And a great job by the rest of the Terrors not having any blatant holding calls. Because again, when we see that cutback, that's where a lot of these holds from the receivers happened.
Vanderputten, Valesky in the backfield, squaring things away. Your up back is Ira Johnson. He's in motion. Turn. The give, Valesky into the pile, now breaking out the other side, tried to escape back out the back end, and taken down in the backfield, maybe a loss of a half a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal from the 6.
Not as successful as the previous run.
Really good drive here out of the half for Appleton West. Terry Poe setting it up with a nice return. Converting on a 4th down. On that run by Ira Johnson. Vanderputten. Play action, throwing. Has a man. Catch is made. And taken down right at the line of scrimmage. It looked as if Johnson had slipped out of the backfield there and was going to have some room, but Williams able to make the stop defensively for Oshkosh West. Brings up a 3rd down. 3rd and goal from the 7-yard line.
Well, great job by Vanderputten. Didn't struggle or didn't panic, I should say, with the edge rusher coming down on him and having a situation where you throw an interception, get sacked, just kept his composure and found a way to at least deliver the ball to his playmaker.
Vanderputten, he'll throw, rolling to his right, has some room. Now looking, throws back of the end zone and catching it for the touchdown is Spencer Steffen, the senior, going up top to grab it. He's had a couple of those risky passes thrown against his body. That time got enough on it, got Steffen coming across the back of the end zone, and it's a touchdown, Appleton West.
A great job trying to locate his receiver and doing it was a fantastic throw, and that's how you build your confidence.
Jared Marvin on to attempt the extra point. We're going to have to hurry to get this one off. Check that. They're going to go for 2 here. Vanderputten tucking it, now throwing it, and it's intercepted. Tried to do the tuck and throw, I call it the Tim Tebow. Just second time that one's been picked off.
Well, at least if you're going to throw it, do it in the 2-point conversion, not on the play before the touchdown. So still a successful drive all in all.
So the touchdown gets the Terrors on the board. We'll take a break here with 5:22 left in the 3rd quarter on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream.
When you bank with us, you get convenience that goes wherever you go. Open a new qualifying checking account and get a $200 bonus while you relax at home. Your son needs money away at college? Grab your phone and send it while you're on your way to get coffee. Your utility bill is due while you're traveling? Use Bill Pay and take care of it from the hotel, at home or at work, on the beach or in the park. Convenience and cash. Why not start today?
East Wisconsin Savings Bank.
BJ DeRote, Zach Morris with you from Appleton West. Kick coming to the near side, taken by Williams. A little stutter step to the far side and spun down. Just shy of the 35-yard line.
Josiah Williams brings the ball back. Stopped by 26, Diego Chavez.
Darnell Williams on the return for Oshkosh West, and the Wildcats for the first time here in the second half will get it. Nearly a 7-minute drive for Appleton West on that touchdown score. Stephanie, touchdown in the back of the end zone. Williams across the formation. Give off the left side, stuffed in the backfield. Good work defensively by Appleton West. Principal defender. Bryce Ewald in on the tackle, as well as Brandon Dodge. Brings up 2nd and 10 from the 33 for Oshkosh West. We'll break the wing. Turn. Martell in the backfield. Roman Martell working his way, the fullback, to the 35-yard line.
A great chance here for the Terrors to get a stop, because it's been quite a while since the Wildcats have been on offense. So for how high flying the offense was in the first half, you've been on that field and running your actual plays for at least over a half hour. It takes a while to get going again.
Yeah, and keep in mind, from a scouting perspective, knowing there was a coaching change, you didn't necessarily know there was going to be a full change in offensive style. So talk about a wrinkle thrown at Coach Johnson and Appleton West not knowing, or at least when they came out and saw an option offense. Here's a counter back the other way. Oh, Williams trips over. The turf monster got him at the 39-yard line. That might have been 6 for Josiah Williams, but tripping over the 40-yard line and a penalty flag on the play. Indication, or initial indication, that it's on Oshkosh West, and we'll see what the Terrors want to do here. If they decline it, it'll be 4th down, but no, they're going to take the holding penalty.
If Williams did not get tripped up and scores on that, it'd be another heartbreak run for him for tonight.
Yeah, you wonder there, if you decline the penalty, if that may bring out the punting unit for Oshkosh West. It would have been, what, 4th and about 3? 4?
It may have been the fear of seeing Oshkosh actually go for it, knowing how this running game has been very successful.
We'll break the wing again. Williams, that wing back on the right side of the formation. Here's Cole to throw. Has his man at the 35-yard line, and lo and behold, it ends up right in about the same spot that they would have gotten. Appleton West really gaining about a couple of yards on that penalty.
Well, we'll find out. What were they going to do?
Yep, 4th and about 5. Maybe 4th and about 4 for the Wildcats, and they'll keep the offense on the field. So, Zach, you're right there. And a timeout going to be taken by Coach Johnson and Appleton West. Yeah, you need a stop here if you're the Terrors. So Coach Johnson will burn a timeout, and we'll take one as well. 31-6, Oshkosh West on top of Appleton West here in our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream.
100 years in business, thousands of construction projects, countless memories, and priceless relationships for which we are eternally grateful. But we're just getting started. The team at Myron Construction thrives on bringing dreams to life, and we're looking forward to the next century of building excellence for our clients, partners, and the community. Because building excellence isn't just what we do, it's who we are.
Oshkosh West on top of Appleton West. Welcome you back to A. Dillon Field here at the Apple Sports Complex, Appleton West High School. 4th and 4, Oshkosh West keeping the offense on the field. Here's a counter here to the near side. Josiah Williams inside Terror territory. That was the play that we saw just a few plays ago on 3rd down, where Williams tripped over the 40-yard line, and there was a penalty called. That time, it's a 4th down conversion. And that's where this option offense, they can hit you with that counter. That wing-back reverse.
I'm sure Williams feels fantastic on that run, makes up for being tripped up by the turf.
I'll be curious to ask Coach Johnson on what he thought coming into this one with Coach Harkoff taking over at West, if he had any inkling of a switch in offense, and I doubt it. So you're going off of, your 2019 scout and formations and what you've traditionally seen it from Oshkosh West, and knowing the fact that Coach Harkoff had been an assistant with the program for so long. And
when you see assistants taking over, usually there will be little changes, but you still keep that philosophy. And if Coach Johnson was surprised,
privy or doing some research,
and if he was surprised that this was not going to happen, it won't be the same surprise for their next opponent for the Wildcats.
That's true. This tape will be heavily sought after for a scout. Here's Martell, Roman Martell, lowering that shoulder inside the 40, still pushing the pile, and
the ball carrier for the Wildcats. He's brought down.
We'll come to a stalemate.
By the Terror defense, 36-yard line.
Martell, one of a few garnering some collegiate interest.
3rd and 3.
Got a pretty good story for number 44, Bryce Ewald. Heading to Iowa Central next year, Zach. He'll play collegiately, but you got to guess what sport he'll play. Up the middle, Martell, plenty of room. Inside the 20 before he's tracked down.
Carry the ball inside the 20-yard line. Stopped by
It was E.J. Holt on the tackle for Appleton West.
Love seeing these runs by Roman Martell where he has the power to just run over players, where you get used to the faster, quicker backs, and then you run into a freight train.
Yeah, Martell, 6'3", 221. That was accurately described by you, Zach. There he is again, but a good job defensively. How do you stop that freight train, take him out at the legs? That's exactly what the aforementioned Bryce Ewald, the senior. Still waiting on your guess for what he's going to be doing at Iowa Central next year.
I'm trying to think. I'm guessing swimming, but I'll just throw
Swim.
out.
Oh.
I'll throw out baseball.
How about rugby?
It's not a bad option,
right?
You have the body to play. It's a fun sport to play.
Heading to Iowa Central to play rugby. Number 44, Bryce Ewald, just came up with that last tackle. Here's Josiah Williams, a sophomore, turning the corner. Met hard. And clock stopped again because that's the end of the third quarter. That one flew by. Appleton West comes out of the gates, though, put 6 on the board. 31-6, we head to the final frame. Coming up after this on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
Communities mean everything to Fox. It's in our name. It means giving back and moving forward through life's changes. It means evolving to give you the best personalized financial services. Fox has been here since 1937. Times have changed, but our focus hasn't. It's about our members, today and always. Fox Communities Credit Union. Make life happen.
We head to the fourth quarter back here at A. Dillon's Field, the Happel Sports Complex, Appleton West High School. Kind of fun to be calling a terror game here on campus instead of over at the Bonds, but that's nothing to say. I mean, very cool to be calling games at the historic Bonds Bowl, especially with the new renovated press box there. But obviously, times here in 2021 dictate certain things, and to be able to just be playing football. I know both coaches said that much in our pregame conversations. This game will be broadcast or available in its entirety at the scorewi.com and YouTube channel. Roman Martell spinning, chugging like a freight train inside the 10-yard line. Zach,
and then you
Zach
have,
Morris.
and that's why he's such a powerful runner, because you have to make sure you get more than one body on him if you're going to be able to take him down to the ground.
Well, we saw Ewald do the right move and go low. But boy, if you hit him anywhere waist and above, I'm going to take number 5 in that battle. Well, break the bone to the left, the wing back Williams. Here's Martell again in the backfield, knifing in. Believe that was Brandon Dodge who initially got into the backfield and then cleaned up by Charlie Nunez. So a turnover on downs, and Appleton West comes up with a stop.
Interesting on that set of downs, we didn't get to see Taylor or Williams trying to bounce it to the outside.
So back to work here for Appleton West and the Terror offense. Oh, slipping. And, you know, we'll see that on this synthetic turf, Zach, every now and then, where it starts to get a little slick when it gets this cool, little residue.
Stuff you're not dealing with in August or September.
Pass caught on the far side. Breaking a couple of tackles and up near a first down. Caden Bell on the reception, and he'll hit the deck then after the reception. Don't know if it's a cramp. I'll sit here to start to speculate. 10:37 clock stop as Appleton West picking up a first down in a 31-6 ball game. We'll step aside, take a brief break, see if Caden gets back to his feet, maybe just cramping up here on week 1. We'll take a break. More on the Fox Communities Credit Union video stream at thescorewi.com.
When you bank with us, you get convenience that goes wherever you go. Open a new qualifying checking account and get a $200 bonus while you relax at home. Your son needs money away at college? Grab your phone and send it while you're on your way to get coffee. Your utility bill is due while you're traveling? Use Bill Pay and take care of it from the hotel, at home or at work, on the beach or in the park. Convenience and cash. Why not start today?
East Wisconsin Savings Bank.
Good to see Caden Bell to his feet, walking off under his own power. Got to say, it's been, for the most part, we're not done on the sidelines or anything, but relatively healthy night tonight.
First down and 10 now for the Terrors.
Couple of backs on either side of Matthew Vanderputten. A give to the near side and tripped up, taken down. That was Ira Johnson.
Ira Johnson, the ball carrier. Stopped by
Zach Bancroft, the junior, in for the stop for Oshkosh West.
You mentioned the healthiness of the players, especially this is a different season for these players. If you play basketball, where it's just different, you have the off season, then you get football in the basketball, and now it's the opposite way around. Where you may be more in shape early on because you're just coming off of the whole basketball season.
Right. Lifting a little bit differently.
Correct.
Heading from basketball into football. Vanderputten, pressure coming off the hands of his intended receiver. Over the middle. It was intended for Mason Rake.
A great attempt if he was able to sense the pressure before the sack would happen.
So incompletion brings up 3rd and about 11. Well, the down yard keeps going back and forth. It was 11 a minute ago. Now it's 12. (31-6) here in the 4th. 3rd down. 3 receivers right. Pressure heavy right away. Vanderputten steps up. He's got room here to the near side. 30 and lowers his shoulder at the 35. Both he, along with Darnell Williams, pop up. They tend to like the contact with each other. The sideline sure liked it for Appleton West. That's what you're going to get after 18 months of not being able to play football. Guys hungry for a little bit of contact.
Well, it shows you the drive for this young quarterback being able to take the hit, even knowing that how this night has gone for him.
What do you like Darnell Williams at 5'10", 150 sticking his nose in there too. Lofting up, coming back to catch it. At the 45-yard line, snagged by Mason Rake. Close to a 1st down. Maybe a yard or two short. But fun tonight. Appleton West coming out of the half, punching one in. It was teetering on that side of getting out of hand for Coach Johnson, but he rallies the troops in the second half to come out, put a score on the board. They pitched a shutout here in the second half as well. Up the middle as Johnson, I didn't get a look. It's either Johnson or Valesky. That was Valesky with the carry, so it's a 1st down for Appleton West. 8:40 and rolling here in the 4th quarter. Again, off next week on our video stream, and then we'll be back at it in week 3 at J.J. Keller Field. Well, the double dip. Look at tiptoeing down the sideline, Matthew Vanderputten. We haven't seen the moves, the speed like that here until the second half. Just tiptoeing up that sideline. Turns the corner.
And you're seeing what the coaches believe that Putin can do. I mean, he's showing Vanderputten is able to find a way to get he was 10, 15 yards in the backfield, found a way just to hit the acceleration and get a good gain compared to what the alternative would have been.
So Oshkosh West now, or I should say Appleton West into Oshkosh West territory. Vanderputten here rolling to the near side. He'll throw, has his receiver, but threw it low. Just not enough on that one. Trying to get it to Brennan Sunke. Wonder if he ran out a little bit of a gas after the sprint up that sideline.
That is the one thing, if you are a quarterback that runs around a lot, especially later in the game, you wonder the conditioning and being able to run and try to get an extra pass off. But still, that run giving him an opportunity for a 3rd and manageable.
Clock stop with 8:16 here in the 4th. Again, here to the near side. Oh, staying on his feet is Steffen. Sure looked like his knee was down, but he pops right back up. Official right on it. There's no way he missed that one. No, Spencer Steffen, the reception, gain of 4 on the play, brings it up to the 45 of Oshkosh West. Another 4th down here for the Terrors.
Could even sneak a run here.
Sure. 3rd and a couple. And you called it, Zach. Up the middle, Vanderputten. Oh, lost the ball, though. He was holding it out there. A little loose, and it'll go over to Oshkosh West. I was just about to say, boy, he's better tuck that puppy in. And he has it knocked away after getting 1st down yardage. And another turnover, now 5 on the night for Appleton West.
And that's a learning experience where he knew his fourth down, the ball needed to pass that yard marker. The problem was he probably didn't realize where the marker was.
Had it hanging out a little bit.
And maybe once he realized, I think I have enough, it was too late.
So promising drive for the Terrors comes to an end. Here's Oshkosh West. And Roman Martell, I have a feeling we're going to get a steady dose of Martell here down the stretch. Under 8 to go in the second half. As David Cole, quarterback, will head over to grab the play. Sophomore taking the reins here for the Wildcats. A lot of experience up front. And a mix of experience and youth at the skill positions. Martell lunging forward, leaning forward into Appleton West territory on the 49-yard line. Martell, just a sophomore. 6'3", 222, 221. Josiah Williams, just a sophomore. But then Riley Taylor. We saw that experience in that first half come to form for him.
And that's the difference between all the three runners. You could tell which one's the most experienced runner. The senior being able to be very patient, where you have Williams, just a quick dash running back, which he'll learn so much more throughout these next 2 years.
And Martell again up the middle. Met at the line of scrimmage. Unpiling there, Ewald in on the tackle, as well as Brandon Dodge. Under 6 to go, fourth quarter. Oshkosh West in control here. Well, 2nd and 10 from the 49. They'll split Kyle Ketter out to the left. As Cole in the backfield loses it. Appleton West right there to jump on it. And indeed, it is Terrors football. As Ewald, Mr. Rugby, Zach comes away with it.
Well, goes into the scrum and able to get the ball out of there.
Attaboy. Turnover back over to the Terrors. Iowa Central going to play some rugby.
So you're able to see, I mean, there's been a change with the Terrors. The fact that they were probably a little shocked in running to an offense the way they did, but so far in the second half, keeping them off the board, you're moving the ball, got a touchdown, and things are looking a little bit more normal compared to what they were witnessing earlier.
Well, and historically, you just haven't seen a whole ton of an option style in the conference. And penalty flag on the flag. I do believe we have some ineligibles downfield. In particular, Cole Dornfeld looked like he had snuck downfield. And I think that's exactly what it is. We'll take him back 5 from the line of scrimmage.
Will be marched off now against Appleton West.
But traditionally, in whether it's been the Fox Valley Association, the now VFA, it traditionally is a conference that you haven't seen a whole lot of option offenses. Vanderputten throwing, double coverage, trying to get it to Steffen on that far side.
Second down at 15.
Clock stop with 5:04. Again, no video stream week 2, but we do have a double dip on the radio side. 95.3, 99.1 the score, and anywhere at thescorewi.com. Appleton North Ashwaubenon next week, and over on WHBY Pulaski making the trip down to take on Kimberly. Papermakers and the Red Raiders. High snap, Vanderputten took care of it. On the sweep to the near sideline, knocked out of bounds is Rake. at the 46. Maybe the 47 is where they will mark it. Been a relatively clean game. I know we just had a penalty for ineligible downfield, but it's been relatively clean too for a week 1 game.
You get your average holding calls. We've seen a couple of those, couple of trying to jump the gun on extra point attempts, but really nothing. Got one maybe personal foul I can remember,
Yep.
a face mask.
It's been pretty clean. Special teams have been pretty good as well. I know we had that one tipped blocked punt. Bell across the formation in motion. Throw back here to the near side. Valesky will have enough. He'll be close to that first down. No, they're going to mark him short at the 40. Needs about the 40 and a half. No, here's an easy decision for Coach Johnson. Keep that offense on the field. Here's if it's me, I'm running Matt Vanderputten right up to the line of scrimmage and just leaning him forward for the first down. But he'll stay in the shotgun here.
Basically what they did the previous down, the previous set of downs.
Tucking that ball in this time, though. Linebacker creeping up. The give inside. That'll be enough for the first down. Plenty inside on that little inside read handoff. Valesky picks it up for the Terrors. They move the sticks. Again, pitched a shutout here defensively in the second half and came out and scored on that opening possession of the second half as well. But the 31 in the first half put up by West, Oshkosh that is, just too much here late in the fourth.
Second down.
Pass intended for Spencer Steffen. He is incomplete. And you wondered how much feeling out too you'd get here week 1. New season. Everything's backwards pretty much.
And then your
from a preparation standpoint.
And plus your preparation with the off season where you maybe didn't have the long practices leading up to the season.
Vanderputten will roll to the right. Throwing late right into the defender. Picked off. Number 5 here tonight for Oshkosh West. Receiver did fall down, but ball was ticketed to double coverage. Didn't see who came away with it. That is Carver Cram, sophomore, with the interception. Petrick with 2 picks tonight. And a timeout going to be taken by Oshkosh West as they square away. I would imagine to square away a second unit that's on the way into the ball game as Appleton West has turned it over, and we will take a break. 31-6, Oshkosh West on top.
100 years in business, thousands of construction projects, countless memories, and priceless relationships for which we are eternally grateful. But we're just getting started. The team at Myron Construction thrives on bringing dreams to life, and we're looking forward to the next century of building excellence for our clients, partners, and the community. Because building excellence isn't just what we do, it's who we are.
Oshkosh West, top of Appleton West here at 8 Dillon Field, the Happel Sports Complex on the campus of Appleton West. Normally at the Bonta Bowl, here at home. And we are glad to be with you tonight. 3:39 and West in complete control and the second unit into the ball game. James Bradley in at quarterback now, the junior. Reichenberger, the running back, as the second unit in. We'll do our best to get names and numbers into the ball game as well. Darnell Williams, the wing back here to the near side. Here's a turn and stacked up. Loss of a couple on the play. That was Carver Cram for West.
Carver Cram is the ball carrier for the Wildcats. Loss of maybe yard on the play. 3rd down and 8.
Bucks falling to the Celtics tonight by 8. Bit of a
Ooh.
surprise.
Well, you have to lose sooner or later. Can't go. There's no way they're going to win the rest of
they
the
were
season.
on an 8-game winning streak. 2:28 clock rolling. Broken bone. And broken wing up the middle, just lowering the shoulder. That's Nolan Reichenberger, sophomore on the carry, up near the 49.
Here's a strange situation you never thought. You're doing a high school football game, and you're thinking we got the weekend coming up, and oh, wait, we got March Madness going on.
That's right, tomorrow. Tomorrow, the Sweet 16 kicks off. And then Sunday, more Sweet 16 action, then Elite 8 action on Monday and Tuesday. Bradley will take it himself, and looks like he's got enough. Yep, gets to the 50-yard line here in about 90 seconds, 95 seconds to be exact.
Some pride from the second stringers being able to get a first down and trying to close out the game.
So you'll need one more here if you're, maybe 2 more if you're West. We'll see if they go into victory formation. Bradley with Williams. That running back wing position. He'll turn, give to the up back. And it's Reichenberger again off the left side. Let's see. We probably need one more here if you're Oshkosh West.
2nd down now and 7 with the ball at the 47-yard line of the Terrors.
And the first unit into the ball game, and my guess here is victory formation wants to get that first unit out to take the knee. That's all that's left here is one kneel down, and this one will be over. As Cole will take the snap, bend that left knee, and that one should do it. As you see the clock there up in your right-hand corner start to tick away. Oshkosh West with 31, Zach, in the first half. And that was plenty here tonight. They didn't need anything in the second half. They win at 31-6.
Not bad for your debut of your new offense, and it's a great job by the Wildcats being able to control that first half and able to coast in the second.
Yeah, now you know why Coach Harkoff kept that nice little secret about the new offense. Reached out a couple weeks ago, getting lined up for this one. I just said, hey, just curious on what you're running. And he said, you know what, we're going to keep that a surprise. We'll unveil it. Then I tried again in the pregame, and Coach Harkoff dodged that question again.
Not even a little hint of, well, we might run once in a while.
Yeah, you know, no. And there we saw it. A little bit of an option look. Not a little bit, it's full option. What am I kidding? 31-6, Oshkosh West. Impressive here on opening night over Appleton West. But let's be honest, this is just nice to get out here and be calling some football games in the spring. And glad to have these kids be able to get an opportunity to play after 18 months away.
Correct. Regardless of the score, regardless of the situation, just being out to play, knowing what they lost in the fall, able to bring it into the spring, to know that, especially for the seniors, having another chance and a limited schedule, but still a chance to play with their friends.
Limited attendance, but, I mean, as we're looking here and folks filing out, and Zach will get a shot here of it, got to be cool for the parents, too, to be able to get out here and see. I know we had times in the basketball season where you had, you know, limited and then expanded attendance for members and family members to be able to see. So for mom and dad, brother and sister, I know there's a small student section here as well to be able to get in. And spaced out here, it actually felt and looked like a full house. So very cool. You see the blue dots there. Everybody socially distanced and spaced out. Boy, I tell you what. Tell me, 2 years ago, something like this, man. And the way things have transpired, starting to get out of this a little bit, and I think evidence here tonight. And we hope to bring you many more. Let's go ahead. We'll take one more break, and then we'll wrap things up here on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream.
The projects we construct afford us the opportunity to help those in need in more ways than one. And the momentum we create as a team allows us to make an impact greater than any one of us can achieve on our own. We are part of the community. We are where we live. We are Myron Construction.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
I just thoroughly enjoy the members. They become friends. They make me laugh. Sometimes they make me cry. There are times where people need help, and when they leave here with a smile on their face, it makes me proud to be an employee of Fox Communities Credit Union because I hear so many people talk about the good things that we do.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
When you bank with us, you get convenience that goes wherever you go. Open a new qualifying checking account and get a $200 bonus while you relax at home. Your son needs money away at college? Grab your phone and send it while you're on your way to get coffee. Your utility bill is due while you're traveling? Use Bill Pay and take care of it from the hotel, at home or at work, on the beach or in the park. Convenience and cash. Why not start today?
East Wisconsin Savings Bank.
The WIAA, in conjunction with the Green Bay Packers, is determined to preserve the excitement of Friday nights on high school football fields across the state of Wisconsin. Contrary to how some reports misrepresent the data available, the risk of serious injury in high school football is less than it has ever been. With better teaching, better rules, and better equipment, the Green Bay Packers and the WIAA encourage participation in the nation's most popular sport because it's fun, it's educational, and it's safer than ever.
A century is made up of minutes, but more importantly, of moments. Moments of hard work, dedication, challenges, and triumphs. From Myron Construction, the past 100 years were built by the steady hands of tradespeople who laid us.
Things up as take a look at both team schedules coming up. Oshkosh West proves to 1-0 on the year. Appleton West 0-1. Take a look first for the Terrors. On the road at Manitowoc, Lincoln, Green Bay Southwest, then on April 9th to Pier and Neenah to close things out. So we'll be back here on April 16th and April 23rd for back-to-back weeks to Pier and Neenah. You and Joey D will have the call, I do believe.
I believe so as well.
Okay, all right. Got a little one arriving right around that time, so I'll be out basically after week 3 of the season. And then those TBDs are for the 2 culminating events that they're calling it for the WIA, essentially 2 playoff games. So they'll reseed things after the season is done. And so Appleton West is on the road for the next couple of weeks. We'll see them back in a couple of weeks here at A. Dillon Field. So as for Oshkosh West, they pick up a win for interim head coach Dwayne Harkoff, and they will be on the road at De Pere on Thursday. Remember, the next week is Thursday, April 1st, and then you and Isaac will have a double dip. Manitowoc is into town for a 5 o'clock kick, and then we'll stick around for Oshkosh North and that 8 o'clock kick after that, and then a couple of games on the road for Oshkosh West, Stevens Point, and Green Bay Southwest, and then those 2 dates that will be filled in at a later date. So pretty cool for interim head coach Dwayne Harkoff to pick up a win. And for us next week, we have a couple of radio games coming your way. We'll start here first on The Score. I'll be on the call, Ashwaubenon and Appleton North. And over on WHBY, we'll get a first look at Kimberly. Papermakers taking on Pulaski. A full scoreboard available at thescorewi.com right now, as those scores will continue to trickle in. And you can catch that at thescorewi.com. Zach, you mentioned basketball. Well, we've got you covered at The Score as well. You can listen on air and 95.3, 99.1 The Score. We'll have wall-to-wall coverage tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Coverage begins on Saturday and Sunday at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. That'll go probably most likely till midnight with coverage, as we've seen in the past.
And if your bracket is still surviving, or any way you do the NCAA tournament, it will be an interesting ending, because Monday and Tuesday, you just never expect that.
Yep, coverage Monday and Tuesday then will crank up at 6 o'clock and go into the evening for Elite Eight coverage. And then we'll have Final Four coverage on Saturday, and then National Championship on that next Monday. So,
well, we have football games in between.
Yes. Again, everything's available here as you got here, thescorewi.com, or if you're viewing on the Scores YouTube channel, just head to thescorewi.com. Full schedule, everything. You can poke around the website, take it for a little bit of a ride. We appreciate it. So once again, your final score tonight, Oshkosh West on the road, pick up a win here in week 1, 31-6 over Appleton West. For Zach Morris, color commentator, producer, you name it, extraordinaire with us tonight. I am BJ DeGroat, hoping you have a fantastic rest of your Friday night. Great weekend ahead. This has been a presentation of the Fox Communities Credit Union video stream from Woodward Radio Group.